культуры Германии. Посмотрите.
Okay, this is Russia. This is
Понятно? И вот это министр культуры Германии. И вы считаете, что после того, как в этом правительстве набор идиотов, мерзавцев, хамов и негодяев, мы должны о чем-то с ними беседовать? Вот это министр культуры Германии, который делает вид, что она переводит, что написано на марке. Так и на марке написано было про русский военный корабль. Она нас всех с вами послала. Или что теперь нам делать? Опять встряхнуть пыль тевтонских могил мощным маршем советского сапога? То есть иначе понимание никогда не придет? То есть что, инъекция добра закончилась?
Ну да.
Правильно? Считать, что им все можно. То есть сначала они отправляют свои эти панцирь.
So to be clear, what's happening there is you had a little bit of a video of the German culture minister receiving a gift of 2 stamps that had images that, by the way, are on some TYT merchandise at Shop TYT of the Moskva, the Russian Black Sea Fleet flagship that the Ukrainians say they sank, the one that was involved in the Snake Island incident. So she was getting like a stamp and like laughing about the fact that it was a stamp that references this moment that went viral. And for the people on Russia One, that state TV network that you saw there, those hosts were so aggrieved by the fact that a German culture minister laughed briefly that he threatened the Soviet invasion of Germany. And I didn't see anyone on the panel who thought that that was a bad idea. Seems like a bit of an overreaction. Said that because they laughed about a stamp, what was that? The injection of kindness has run out, and we now need to shake the dust off their graves. The injection of kindness. This is a country that is in the middle of a barbaric invasion that has resulted in the deaths of tens of thousands of civilians. But they're the ones who are being overly kind, and perhaps they need to start invading even more countries. What do you think, JR?
We talk about snowflakes a lot and all that, but really this is the point of that imagery. That's the point of putting it on the stamp. It's to rub it in, because we saw who the aggressor was in this conflict. And many times there's like the thought of, hey, you know, again, that's why I talk about the thundering of the boots on the ground and coming for you. If your life's blood is based off of being intimidating and threatening of violence and death, and then that gets shaken a little bit, which happened in that particular situation, it's why it went so viral. And then people celebrate it. This is a conflict, bro. I mean, there's reasons why there's comparisons between like sporting events and actual murderous war, which we're dealing with here, is because when the underdog, in this case, has a victory, they celebrate, they dance on the floor, and you're supposed to be able to take it, especially since you're so powerful, but they can't. Yeah. And now you have to threaten even more because the ego has been bruised. It's pretty pathetic. It's childlike.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like these guys. And by the way, talking big about how going to war would be absolutely awesome. You do see it a lot on Russian TV. You also see it on plenty of mainstream media shows here in the US too. They love to talk about sending other people to war. You know who wouldn't be marching into Berlin? The douche that you saw in that video. He wouldn't be putting his little helmet on and he's got his rifle and he's going on. He would be covering it from a newsroom. And by the way, the same false bravado, again, you see that here too in times of war. So let's be clear about that. Let's also be clear about the fact that, as JR said, they're overcompensating with the fact that this current invasion is going horribly. Would you like to predict how it would go if they tried to also invade Germany? Seriously, man, people love making bold claims. They mess around. I don't think they want to find out, though. Anyway, people make jokes. This is real. People are dying. People are dying literally right now because of that invasion. But to some people in state media there and others, it's just a joke. It's all just fun and games.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.